Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for this week. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. I hope Monday wasn't too mean to you. I hope you didn't let it push you down or push you around. And I am here on a Tuesday. I usually am here on a Monday to do this reading, but I'm here on a Tuesday this week. But hey, I still got you for the next 7 days, your energy for the next 7 days. So what is this reading about? I come here once a week to do this reading for the entire collective. So I read from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to mark everything down below in the description so you can just scroll this video and find out what it is for, find all the energies that you need to find out about. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot. Please, please, please stop watching tarot for your sun sign, because it's great that you are an Aquarius or a Gemini or a Libra, but what kind of Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra are you? And you won't know unless you know your moon or your rising, how you present to other people and what is in your soul energy. So internet has free natal charts everywhere. And if you don't know your exact time of birth, you can use whether you were born in the AM or the PM. And it'll give you sort of a loosey-goosey idea of what you need to know. So let's go from Aries to Pisces here. Last things last is that there is still room over on Wizio if you're interested in a private read. I am on a 10-day turnaround time. And please look at the pinned comment above the comments. That will give you all the information you need to get over to Wizio and take a look there if you're interested in a private read based on your own energies. Please be aware that this is a general read. This may or may not resonate with you, and even if it does, it could be reading about someone else. I'm just saying that's the danger of watching using tarot, general tarot readings as part of your life path. Please don't ever do that. Could maybe be something you want to happen and it doesn't happen. And so if you want your own energies read, please go over to Wizio. All right. All right. Let's take a look. We're starting out with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's find out what's going on for Aries for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Aries, please. What's going on for Aries? Aries, we have the Five of Wands. What's going on with you here? Seems like there is a little bit of contention where you are. We've got the Seven of Cups. It's you're fighting yourself emotionally here. It feels like you're either making a lot of decisions or you have a lot of decisions that you're going to have to make this week. It feels like it's overly emotional. You don't know what to do. And I feel like you're sort of being hard on yourself about the decisions you're about to make here. But I feel like you're feeling very emotional this week. We've got the Eight of Wands and the Four of Wands. Somebody here is making some pretty serious decisions this week. That's what it looks like. It feels like you're about to pour out your emotions onto someone that maybe you live with, someone that you're in a relationship with, someone that lives in your home, someone who's part of your family. Take it as it resonates for you. Could be someone who feels like family, but it is definitely someone who is a soulmate. So this is a soulmate energy here. Either you're feeling rejected or somebody else is, and it's like somebody here is waiting to make a decision, because it's like somebody wants to expand their life, but they've been waiting. Yeah. So Aries, I think you've been waiting, that you're sort of at the precipice of walking away from some sort of Four of Wands energy here. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Very interesting energy here today for you. Tell me about this Five of Wands. Feels like to me, the Five of Wands is the internal struggle, battling yourself, battling other people, right? Because usually when we're battling ourselves, it usually pours out the top. We end up projecting it on other people. We have Nine of Wands here. So you have been doing this for a while. You're exhausted. I feel like you're the person whose internal voice never shuts up. I want to say, even in the night, even in the dark, especially in the dark, I want to say, when your head hits the pillow, that your internal voice will never shut up. So we have here the Four of Cups. I feel like you feel rejected. That it feels like and I don't feel like you're feeling rejected by a certain person. I feel like this is something that you feel in your life, that you don't get what you want or what you need. There's always competition. You always have to fight for everything. You're fighting yourself. It feels like somebody here is sort of in an emotional state that they're going to need to speak about. And I feel like this is the week that you speak up about something here. You're feeling like you're feeling rejected, but you're also feeling bored. I want to say that you've been ignoring this Ace of Cups. And I don't think it's like I don't know, it's like a gnat or a mosquito in your ear. You know, when you're camping and the mosquito gets in your ear, that's what it feels like. You can't swat it away because it's in the moon energy. Something here is not as it seems. We've got the Hermit energy. We've got the Hierophant. And we've got the Four of Swords. Well, isn't that curious? I feel as though this internal struggle that you're going through is meant to be a lesson, because the Hierophant is here. And not only is the Hierophant here, but the Hermit's here. So it feels to me like you're about to learn some sort of really important lesson. And the lesson might be that you should have been listening to the higher self all along. I feel like you've been ignoring this cup on the Four of Cups here. You've been ignoring this cup, trying to push it away. I feel like there is a new love path somewhere, and I think that you're trying to stay where you are. It's like, but I'm committed, Elsie. I'm committed to making this work. We're already engaged, or we're thinking about getting married. We've already moved in together. And I think that's what you're fighting yourself about here. I feel like you're in a commitment with somebody else, but I feel like it's almost like this. You could be in a commitment with an air sign. It could be a Taurus, maybe a Virgo, but I feel like this energy here is telling me that you're going over the details of your commitment. That maybe this is something, feels like you need to disconnect from people to figure out your answer here. You need stability of the mind. And so I feel like you're going to the higher self, or maybe sequestering yourself away somewhere to try and get the answer, because the Hierophant is holding their lamp, the healing lamp, right? That's the star in that lamp, holding it out to the Five of Wands, trying to heal the inner turmoil. We've got the Ten of Wands. And so 10 of Wands is telling me something you're carrying is pretty heavy. Yeah, it's time to put it down. Look, you don't have to wait like this. There's this little town back here. This guy's carrying all of these burdens, right? Wants to wait until he puts them down. Like, you don't have to wait. You can drop them right now. I feel like you're carrying something that's super heavy, and you're going to have to make some sort of a decision this week. Many decisions possibly, because if you make a decision if this Four of Wands is becoming super heavy for you and you're now going to speak about your overwhelming emotions, I feel like something is going down this week that is super important. I feel like you are somebody who, I feel like you're the one who's been working super hard at this. It feels here, Aries, that you've been working harder on something than someone else has. You've been expecting or hoping that they're going to put in more of an effort, but they haven't really. And I feel like your intuition is on high, telling you, you know what, it's you that is the person who makes this relationship. The King of Pentacles is here, and that's the person who's the overgiver. This is the person whose love language is probably buying things. And I feel like you are somebody who's financially stable, Aries, and you are a person who loves to buy things for other people. But I feel like you're the person who is also apt to overwork, right? The King of Pentacles is Taurus energy, and that's the person who works too much. Right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We've got Pisces here as well. It does feel like you know that you're working too much, but I also feel like the reason you're doing it is because whatever you do is like a meditation, and you're trying to come up with an answer about the Five of Wands. You're about to tell somebody here that they're not putting in enough effort into this relationship. Whether this is someone who's in your family or a best friend maybe, but it could be a love relationship as well. Yeah, you've been holding back, and you've been holding back because you don't think you're going to get any justice. You feel like it's going to end up in a fight. Sorry, just listening. So we're all going to get in a fight. That's what I heard Pink just say. And that's why I was listening to the song. So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't need you. I feel like you are a rock star, Aries, and I don't need you. And you're like, you know what? If all I'm going to do is carry dead weight, then I don't need you. Like, it seems like somebody here is on the coattails of Aries here. That you're the one who's successful, so people look upon them as though they're successful. But you're the one who's working the hardest, who's bringing all the finances, who's got the money, the mortgage, the car. Like, you're working really hard to build something here. I feel like you haven't wanted to say anything. You've been in the Eight of Swords energy, overthinking it, because justice is in the reverse. You know that this thing is going to be done. If you say something, it's going to be done. Justice in the reverse, and the Hierophant tell me that there's a commitment here that's about to end. or you think it will if you say something. But I think that regardless of whether it ends or not, you still end up happy. I'm just going to say, got the World card. Something definitely is coming to an end, my friend. So whether it's a friendship, or you've decided that you're going to oust someone from the family, or this is a relationship that you've been participating in a committed relationship, I feel like you're about to say something this week and it might blow the doors off of everything. But Taurus energy here, Libra. We've got Virgo energy, Pisces. We've got Pisces and Cancer energy. Things aren't as they seem here, and I feel like you are about to blow the doors off something, and that's what it feels like here. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo energy as well. All right. Tell me about Taurus. Sneak peek of this week for Taurus. Tell me what's going on with the Bull Gang, please. Taurus. Tell me about Taurus, please. Tell me about Taurus. Taurus, we have the Hermit. Have you been sequestered away? I feel, Taurus, that you have maybe not been as social as you could be. I feel like you're really deeply into this think tank. That's what it feels like here. That you're trying to find your light. We have the light on the turtle, right? I want to say that you are keeping to yourself, going within, looking over the details of you and figuring out what your next move is going to be, because you don't want to make the wrong move. Tell me about the Hermit, please. Virgo energy. We do have the Eight of Cups. I feel like you have decided that you no longer want to be stuck in some sort of situation. I feel like it's time to stretch your emotional muscles here. That's what it feels like. It's time to walk away from feeling disconnected, being disconnected. It's time to become more social, Taurus. I feel like you have a fear, and that fear might be the Five of Swords, that maybe, you know, sometimes people irritate you, Taurus. Like maybe you're just not ready to deal with the fundamental differences of people, right? Worrying that you're saying the wrong thing, worrying that you might offend somebody. I feel like you might be someone who says no to invitations because you don't like to navigate people. I feel like you're happiest when you're in the Hermit energy. We do have the Death card. The thing is I feel like the universe is pulling you right out of this Hermit energy here. The Death card is about transformation. It's also about the end of something. So I feel like what you're going to do is just say, you know what? I have to do it. I got to become more social. I can't be worried about these people who don't agree with who I am or what I do. And I feel like it's time for you to end this emotional disconnect that you've been in. And I mean, the Hermit is a good energy to be in when you need wisdom, when you go to heal the self. It's like self-preservation energy. It is a good place to be, but I mean, you want to pop a tent there. You don't want to build a house there. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's good to go in and out of Hermit energy, but I think you've been in there too long now. Yeah, you're in the Hanged Man energy. You're stuck. It's time to pull back on the wide angle lens and get more detail. It's I feel like you've been in Hermit energy because you're trying to get a perspective on what makes you happy. Ten of Cups shows up here, right? That's the ultimate apex of emotional happiness. I feel like you're trying to get a different perspective about what makes you happy. We've got the Daughter of Pentacles, who is the Page. I feel like you want to start something new. By the way, if you're a person who has a problem with dopamine, start something new. Get creative. Start writing, start painting. It does create dopamine. I feel like the happiness, I'm saying that because the Page of Pentacles is here, and so is the Ten of Cups. So I feel like it's something that you create, something that you do that is going to bring you happiness. That's the perspective that you've figured out while you are in this Hermit energy here. Tell me more. Tell me more about Taurus, please. We've got the Son of Swords, who is the Knight. So we do have some incoming energy. That's how you're being pulled out of Hermit mode here. I feel like somebody is going to message you. I feel like there's some energy coming at you that you might feel is kind of big, Taurus. Feels big to you. It is the Queen of Pentacles, possibly feminine or masculine. We do have the Judgment card. So this is where we talk about retrograde, right? We do have Mercury going into retrograde. This is the planet of communication. When it goes, it's communication. It's how you're thinking. It's up in your mind, making decisions. And sometimes when it goes into retrograde, it can bring people back from the past. So That being said, I feel like you're being called to make a decision about money, possibly for some of you. I really feel like there is some news coming in about some finances, Taurus. It feels like if you have a business, you're going to get more clients, or maybe there is some sort of inheritance you're waiting on. You're going to get news about that this week. It feels like with this Mother of Pentacles being the Queen, right? This is the Queen of Pentacles. This is the one who is stable and sturdy, but also the one who is the person who is practicing to be the Empress, right? So she's in manifestation mode. I'm practicing to be the Empress, therefore I will. So whether you're feminine or masculine, I feel like there is a decision that's coming up that's being made in your favor financially. So whether the universe is making that decision because Judgment is here, or whether someone in the Pentacle world, because the Queen of Pentacles is here, is making that decision. I feel like what pulls you out of hermit mode is some sort of money that's coming toward you. And if it's not money, it's energy. You know, money is just energy, right? So it's something in the Pentacle world. Maybe you win a scratch ticket. Maybe you get approved on the loan. Take it as it resonates. But it feels like some sort of happy news is coming toward you here. But with the Death card here, it could be because something is ended. Like it could be an inheritance. That's why I was saying that, right? We do have the Ace of Pentacles. We do have the Nine of Pentacles. And we do have the Queen of Swords. So it does look to me like there is a lot of money coming here. The Ace of Pentacles is going to change your life. It's the beginning of something. It's the beginning of abundance. And abundance covers a lot of things. Good health, happy life. It covers you know, planting a pentacle and growing it to the 10. We've got 9 and 1 is 10. I feel like there's something here that you've been building, Taurus, building either toward, building up to, or you've built yourself up to this confident, able person who is very, very much in this energy of the Queen of Swords, speaking up, liberating the self, getting balance out of liberating the self in a very confident way. And the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles tells me it's going to pay out to you in some sort of abundance. So like I said, abundance covers a lot of things, good health, good friends, whatever it is. But for some of you, it does feel like you are going to get news about something that is going to pull you out of this hermit energy here. We do have Scorpio energy. We have Virgo and Pisces. We've got Gemini energy here, more Pisces energy. I feel like you've been a little bit stuck here. And so I feel like you're going to liberate yourself from this hermit energy, but it's something that's coming in from the future here. It's like, the Judgment card is you're being called, right? It's you're being called to, it's something that's going to pull you out of hermit mode. You're being called to do something here. And I feel like it's coming up this week that it's time for you to get out of this place where you've been feeling alone. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Virgo and Pisces, as I said, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, more Pisces. We've got Scorpio energy here, and we've got Virgo. Right. Gemini. It's coming up this week for Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, a whole pile of stuff's about to get good. Your readings have been getting good. You're coming into a time that is very fortunate right now, Gemini, so enjoy all of it and embrace the expansion, right? Embrace the expansion that's going on in your life right now. Tell me about Gemini, please. We've got Nine of Pentacles, the expansion, right? Confidence, money, things are about to go great. You look good on the outside, on the inside. You're feeling as good as you can, I feel. I feel like you're going to be going through, this is going to take you into a cycle of reciprocity. So being around people, talking with people, pouring into them, them pouring into you. The Three of Pentacles is on this side, Six of Pentacles on this one. I feel like the Three of Pentacles is telling me that you're either going to be meeting new people in the community, or you're going to be finding people who are like-minded. But you're looking pretty good, and I feel like you're in your most attractive energy here, Gemini, whether you're feminine or masculine here. We have the Five of Wands. Why is that? Five of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. 5 and 2 is 7. Standing your ground on something here. You're showing up as really confident. Really confident here about the things that are going on in your life recently. The Seven of Pentacles tells me that you've really worked on yourself, and the Nine of Pentacles tells me that you are now right at the place where you really don't need anything else financially at this point. And I'm not saying that you're a millionaire, but you don't have to be a millionaire to feel wealthy either, right? You don't have to have a whole lot of money to feel wealthy. But I feel like you're feeling the most confident that you ever have. I feel like you've been working really hard, and the Two of Wands is telling me that you're about to make some sort of a decision that you've been waiting to make for a while. So there's a Five of Wands here, which tells me you've been in indecision, or maybe holding back or beating yourself up a little bit about holding your ground or standing your ground, because I feel it's made you a little bit lonely, I want to say. But I feel like the reason that you're holding your ground is because you know your worth, because you're in the Nine of Pentacles. Tell me why the Nine of Pentacles is here for Gemini. We've got the Lovers. So you've been holding your position because you're waiting for the right one. You're waiting for somebody who is sent for you, right? The Lovers is about making a choice, but it's also about a deep soul connection. Waiting for the right person, waiting for the one that you notice, the one that notices you. These two are looking at each other face to face here. I feel like you're about to meet somebody face to face. We've got the Ace of Wands, someone that you're incredibly attracted to. This is a very exciting time. You're on a brand new, exciting path in the most confident energy that you've ever been in. It feels like with this Hierophant energy that you have either learned some sort of a lesson, like it does feel like a lesson. It feels like you've realized that you are a leader in your own life, that if people want to follow, they can follow. And if they don't, that's fine. But I'm still going to be listening to the higher self. Still going to be on your own path here, Taurus. Gemini. You're going to be on your own path here, like Taurus. I'm going to say this Hierophant energy is somebody who is very steady and sturdily on their own path. And if other people want to follow them, that's okay. Like if you want to, that's fine. But I'm confident that I'm pointed in the right direction. I feel like you will be meeting somebody here. The Lovers could feel like someone that you've known forever. It is a very exciting time here. We do have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, things are about to speed up here. Eight of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Cups. Look at that. Very interesting, right? You're going to meet this person who I feel like you're going to fall in love with. I feel like it's after a really long time of being in this Hanged Man energy, but I think things are about to speed up now. It's time, something has changed here, and it's about time that things began to speed up. I feel like it's your perspective that has changed. I feel like, Gemini, your perspective on relationships, on love, on finding the one has changed. You've had a breakthrough. I love it. So you've gone through a growth period, and that's what I was saying here. You've gone through a growth period. For me, the sun is all about the breakthrough, right? The sun is shining. We are in Leo season. This is Leo energy. The sun is shining. Nothing hides from the sun. You can see everything for miles and miles. And I feel like you're having some sort of a breakthrough on your perspective on love. And that's why things are moving. It's not because of somebody coming in to save you. It's not because of someone coming to find you. It's you're calling it in because you've had a change of mind here, Gemini. We've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're about to liberate yourself from some sort of a situation that's been long-term, ongoing. It's like an ongoing long-term heartbreak that you've been in here. And I feel like for some of you that you've been in a heartbreaking relationship. And that maybe it's recent that you have liberated yourself from this situation here. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's just going to be honest with you. They're not trying to hurt your feelings. They're looking at the situation for what it is because the sun is out. And just look, I'm not happy here. This is not what I want. I don't know that I want the commitment. Maybe I want a commitment, but I feel like there's not enough passion. Like it feels like you're going out, Gemini, to find more passion than you have in your life right now. You've got enough money, you've got your finances are together, and whether you're a millionaire or whether you're not, you've got your finances together. You're doing okay. You're making the bills. You're not worried about your financial life now. And now I feel like you've changed your perspective on something here after leaving some sort of an abundant situation, maybe long-term, where it was kind of heartbreaking. Yeah, you may have lost a pentacle doing that. maybe because you lost the 8 of Pentacles, you go from the 10 to the 9, right? And although you're still looking good here, it feels like you may have had some sort of financial impact on some sort of a long-term relationship you were in, Gemini. But I don't think it's going to last very long. I feel like you're going to be dancing in the sun. What is that? That is Dermot Kennedy. He says that when the hard time's over, you'll be dancing in the sun. Better days are coming. That's what it's called. Better days are coming for you. So if you've been in this energy of feeling lost and lonely, he says, remember what you said to me. I know you've been hurting, but the sun is coming out, and then we'll be dancing in the sun. So I feel like there is somebody who is coming in, like a partnership, a friend, possibly a friend that turns to love. I feel like you're about to meet somebody new here, Gemini. Got Cancer energy here. We've got Pisces as well, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini. We've got fire here, so we've also got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy here. All right. Tell me about Cancer. What's coming up for Cancer, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about this week for Cancer, please. Next 7 days. Sneak peek for the week for Cancer. What's going on for Cancer? We have the 8 of Cups, Cancer. What's this here? We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Magician. And we have the Knight of Cups. Very interesting. Cancer, I feel like you're feeling disconnected or detached from somebody here. The 5 of Swords tells me that there was maybe an argument or some harsh words here. And I don't think it was a fight. I feel like it was just stern words, and now we're disconnected emotionally. I feel like you just walked away, or you stopped talking, or you just said, you know what, this is enough. I'm not doing this with you anymore. Yeah, I think that you walked away to find your happiness here. The Magician tells me that you do have all the tools, but it also tells me that you're trying to find a way to fix this. I don't think it makes you feel very comfortable. Like it feels like what you're trying to do is fix this 5 of Swords energy that you had with somebody here. Could be a Pisces, maybe an Aries, maybe an Aquarius, but it feels like there is something here that I feel like you want to, yeah, it feels like you want to mend it. With the Knight of Cups and the Magician energy, it feels like you want to use your magic and bring in some sort of emotional romantic energy and make the situation happy again. But I think you're thinking that there's just too much water under the bridge. Like we've said too many things, or we've got too many differences. We've got differences of opinion. There is somebody here that I feel you're really interested in. The 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. It's somebody who is possibly a business owner, someone who's very solid and sturdy on their own. I feel like you have a lot of passion for this person, and I feel like you're trying to make a decision about them, but you're standing your ground right now. Because I feel like you were the one that disconnected or pulled away, stopped talking. So I feel like it's almost like it's on you, Cancer, to start up the conversation again. That's what it feels like. And I feel like you know that as well. I feel like this is, I want to say that this is something that triggered your traumas from the past. This situation, whatever this 5 of Swords is to you, whatever this battle or disagreement or personal difference or ego, whatever it was, it triggered something within you. And I think it's the wounded warrior. I feel like you have some trauma from the past that you're still carrying with you. And I feel like that's why you decided to stop talking to this person. Because they triggered something within you that made you feel hurt. Got the 5 of Cups, made you feel sad. That is Cancer energy. 5 of Cups, made you feel regretful. More Cancer energy, 2 of Cups. You know what it is? I feel like there is somebody here that you have a lot of feelings for, a lot of romantic feelings that you're not speaking with right now. And I feel like you're not speaking with them because of some little It doesn't even feel like it was an argument. It feels like it was like we just stopped talking because of the words got hard. That's what it feels like. When you get into a situation where it's hard to speak about your feelings, you detach. You're just like, I'm just going to go this way, and I'm going to go that way. And it feels like you've just detached from having to talk about the emotions. It's too exhausting, I feel, because the Nine of Wands is here, and the Wounded Warrior is exhausted for sure. What else do we have here? We have Justice. So you feel justified in disconnecting, walking away. It's like I did here. It's like, you know what? I'm not doing this with you anymore. That's what I said earlier on, right? We do have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're about to pull away and move forward. Oh, you're hiding yourself in work. That's what you're doing, Cancer. You're either working on yourself or you're working really hard at your place of work. Maybe you have a business. But the Eight of Pentacles is about being practical with your time. It's also about being the subject matter expert on something. So I feel like what you're doing is you're burying your head in work. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and I feel like with the Eight of Coins and the Wheel of Fortune, it tells me that something is about to change in your workspace or about your work or whatever you do for work. You're about to be noticed for what you do. The Wheel of Fortune tells me there's change, and it's because it's like you have no, there's nothing you can do about the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune shows up, and it also, what goes around comes around, right? So I feel like something that you've been working on for a long time, whether that's a job, a skill, or yourself, I feel is about to pay off because you're going to get some justice. I feel like walking away or disconnecting might have been the right thing to do because it made you put your focus on yourself. It feels like you're focusing on yourself or focusing on your work. So it's probably a good move, actually. I've got the Devil, but you're doing it too much. That's the thing. It's obsessive with you. It's like it's like you went from being exhausted because you were trying to hold back your feelings or hold down your feelings about love with somebody here. You're regretting that you're doing it. So in order to ignore that and how you've been feeling, I feel like you feel it might be your decision to pull away. So maybe you're feeling like maybe you should connect back again. But instead of that, you're working obsessively, either at work or on yourself. And you're justified in that. We've got the Page of Cups, we've got the Judgment card, and the Hermit. So you have to make a decision to come out of this Hermit energy here in order to begin something brand new again. I feel like you do want to reconnect to this person. I feel like you're on a temporary quiet spot right here while you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to do. And I think that the way you figure it out is by working on you or working really hard, obsessively almost at work. This is Capricorn, so that's why I'm saying at work, because it's money, it's planning. Right? We've got the Seven of Swords and we've got the King of Cups. So this is what you're keeping under the surface. And I feel like it takes all of your energy to keep your feelings quiet. It feels like you really want to tell somebody. You really want to have this second chance. Judgment card is here. We're in retrograde energy already. 4th of August is when Mercury goes into retrograde energy. Look, everything's in retrograde. There's a whole lot of changes and stuff going on, so it feels like it's hard for you to fight it. I feel like you're going over details of something about making a decision, about having some sort of a new beginning, or communicating with this person. I feel like you are going to reach out back to this person because I feel like there's a lot of really deep, unexplored feelings here, but you're feeling overwhelmed because you're the Wounded Warrior. You're going through some sort of a cycle here, which has been really hard on you. So I feel like you're going to make the decision, possibly this week, to reach back out to this person that you had some hard words with. We have Virgo energy, we have Capricorn, we have Sagittarius energy, Jupiter energy, we've got Libra, we've got Aries and Gemini, we've got Cancer energy, Virgo and Pisces, and Pisces energy here. All right. All right, Leo. The birthday babies. Happy birthday, Leo. Thanks for this beautiful weather. Could turn down the sun just a little bit, just saying. We get it. It's Leo season. We get it. Everybody around the world is melting. All right, let's find out what's going on for Leo this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Tell me what's going on with Leo, please. This week, next 7 days. Leo, we have the Two of Swords. What are you avoiding? I feel like there's something here that you don't see. You don't see a situation for what it is, and it feels like you're trying to protect yourself. I don't want to look at it. If I don't look at it, I don't have to deal with it. It feels like there is some sort of a mental block you're dealing with here. Tell me more about Leo. We have the Ace of Wands. You're trying to ignore the feeling of passion. It feels like you want to go on some sort of new exciting path here, but it's like you're ignoring it for some reason. What's going on here? We've got the Two of Pentacles. You need to make some sort of a decision. Feels like you're going back and forth on something, but you're not doing anything about it right now. Ooh, very interesting. Leo, I feel like there's been an ending between you and somebody else. I feel like you feel that they pushed you aside or cut you loose or betrayed you. You felt like that they were in, and then all of a sudden they weren't in. Sorry, just listening. I got lots of audio coming in this week. Lots of audio here. So I feel like what you're trying to do this week is you're trying to make a decision about whether you want to start a new path of passion with somebody here, somebody who there's been an ending with. The Three of Cups tells me that you might want to reach out to somebody and ask them, can I take you out? Do you want to go out for a drink? It feels like it's a exciting and celebratory time. But I feel like you first need to get out of this energy. It's like you first need to make the decision. This is what's going to happen. If you decide to move forward, even though there's been an ending, if you decide to move forward here and ask somebody out, I think that they say yes. But I think you're in this energy right now of should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? And I think it's because the Ten of Swords is involved. It was painful and hurtful. And do I even want to go another round of this? I'm not really sure. Tell me why you're blocked here. Tell me why the Two of Swords is here. There's something here you're failing to see, that there is a brand new path that can be opened if you want to, but you're going back and forth. Is it what I want? I'm not really sure if that's what I want. Do I want to open this can of worms again? I know I can if I want to. It almost feels like with the Magician, I'm just going to say it feels like a tiny bit of ego. It's like you're like, I can, if it's mine if I want it. I just need to pluck it off the tree. I just need to tell the universe that I want it and it will be here. I feel like you know that you are the master manifester. We do have the Chariot energy. That's Cancer energy. You're trying to get your balance here. And it's also in the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. And this person is standing up on these motorcycles here, with the Sun at your back. Yeah, that's what it is. Look, I feel like Leo, whether you are feminine or masculine, I feel like this is the week where you try and get out of this Two of Swords. You've been thinking about a lot of stuff. There is somebody here you have some pretty big feelings for. I think you're feeling kind of sad that there's no communication between you right now, but I think it's because something ended. And now I feel like you are, you don't really see the situation for what it is. It feels like you don't really see how much passion is here, how much love is here, how this will bring balance to your life. But you have to get in the Chariot. You have to get in the Chariot and go. It's your call. The Magician is here. You have all the tools. All you need to do is tell the universe that you want it and it'll be done. But you can't get out of this Two of Swords here. Got the Hermit energy. I like the way the Hermit is showing up next to the Two of Swords. It's like, here, I'll give you a little bit of light. Can you see yet? Yeah, and this is, in this lantern is the Star, right? It's the Star is the card that comes after the Tower. So I feel like you've had some sort of a mental tower and you're kind of stuck here. But I feel like in Hermit energy here, Virgo, you could be a Virgo Leo cusp possibly, or have some Virgo energy. Probably in the rising. If it is, I feel like you're a person who is trying to understand the Two of Swords. What is it that I'm not seeing? Why isn't this working? What is it that I'm not seeing? Why am I not moving forward? We have the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of excuse me, the Nine of Cups. So what I think that you don't see because I think that you're very, very focused on the Two of Swords. I don't know if somebody's blocked you or you've blocked someone else, or you're failing to see the situation for what it really is, which is really passionate and celebratory. I feel like the Hermit energy here is telling me that you are so focused on what you've lost or what's going wrong or what's not going right, that what you don't see is that there is happy reciprocal energy behind you here. It's like you're not focused on it, though. It feels like there is somebody here who wants to pour into you like you pour into them, and they want to do it in a very happy way. Somebody who is who's making their own happiness at this time, and they're willing to share it with you. But I feel like right now you are in Hermit energy, very focused on whatever it is that you feel that you've lost. Maybe you feel that you've lost at love and you just don't want that to happen again. What else do we need to know about Leo? We have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the King of Cups. Sorry, the King of Wands. I feel like you do have to be the person who's going to step forward here. The King of Wands doesn't do anything without feeling inspired by the universe, and I feel like the Page of Pentacles tells me that you do have a little bit of affection or love or some sort of feelings for somebody here, but you're blocking yourself from, it's like you're punishing yourself for, yeah, it feels like you're punishing yourself. It's like, it never works out for me. It's not going to work out for me this time. I don't know why I'd even get involved. Like, it feels like you're sort of holding back, punishing yourself. And I feel like you're holding back from the universe who's telling you it's go time. We've got the Two of Wands here. Tells me that you need to prepare to make some sort of a decision to come out of the Two of Swords. We've got the Ten of Wands. You're carrying around these old burdens. And when I see the Ten of Wands in the reverse, for me, it's like you don't want to drop them. Because then who are you without your trauma, right? If a lot of people grow up in chaos, they live in chaos, they create drama when there's no drama to be had, or they've lived in drama for so long, that's how they survive. They do best when the chips are down, right? And so the Ten of Wands tells me that you don't want to let go of an old lifestyle, an old chaotic situation. Feels like it's almost a little bit of martyrdom that you're holding on to it here. We do have the Page of Cups, but you do want this new beginning here. And we do have the Seven of Swords. But in order to be able to have whatever you want here, this deep love that you want here, you're going to have to be honest. And I feel like there's some things that you're not ready to face yet. That's what it looks like, and that's why we're here. The Page of Cups is the one who's got affection, or I'm just going to keep my feelings kind of, in a good place, but sort of, under wraps a little bit, I'm going to say, with the Seven of Swords. It feels like you want to tell somebody that you have feelings, but you don't want to have to be honest with this person. You're scared of the Two of Swords, but guess what? If you're dealing with the High Priestess already knows how you feel. They're just waiting for you to say so. Yeah, they're just waiting for you to say so they can have a new beginning with you. The Queen of Pentacles might be the person we're talking about. It could be an Aries or a Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I feel like it's your decision, my friend. Everything's under the sun. You're in Leo season. Venus is in your sign, right? Like it's like the sun is shining on Venus, shining on love. And I feel like it's here and you can see it, but you're not sure if you want it. You need to make that decision, but you're in the Two of Swords, so you've blocked yourself. You don't see the situation for what it is. So we do have Virgo energy here. We also have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Cancer energy here. We have Aries and Gemini as well. All right. Tell me about Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo, please. Sneak peek for this week for Virgo. Tell me about Virgo. Virgo, we have a happy week coming up for you here. Feeling fulfilled, feeling like everything's going your way, emotionally happy. I want to say you're around friends, maybe you're celebrating this week. Open to love, open to the Ace of Cups here. I feel like you held yourself back from feeling this happy for a while. We have the King of Swords. Why is that? I think it's your decision to be happy. And I think that you have to make a conscious decision to be happy. Got the Wheel of Fortune. You've had a change of mind. Something has changed your mind here. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like you've had a change of mind, right? The change is in the Wheel of Fortune. Change that you really don't have control over, right? Something's coming back around. It feels like you've changed your mind on something that you may have been stuck on for a while. Because the King of Swords is an energy that is fixed, right? And the fixed energies move at life really slow. They don't want to make quick decisions, and sometimes they can get stuck with the details. This particular king can get stuck on the facts, having to have the truth. It's like they don't really care if it hurts your feelings. I just need to have the truth. I need to have your honesty, and let's figure it out right now. We need to talk about it. I feel like you've changed your mind about something, and I feel like you're going from swords to cups. Like it feels like this energy of being in swords was torturous. Like it feels like you've been torturing yourself with your thoughts. But this is true, and I can't move forward because I know that this is true. Like it's like you're stuck on some sort of facts or truth or justice here, but I feel like you're changing your mind, and it's about time to move forward here. We've got the Ace of Wands that's opening up a new path, and I feel like the reason that the Ace of Wands is in the reverse is kind of, I don't really know. Do I really want this? I feel like you're about to change your mind. You're going from this I'm going to say this sterile mindset of the facts are the facts, it is what it is, to this passionate, happy change of mind. That's what it feels like here. We have the Nine of Swords under the bottom of the deck. It feels like you've been stuck in a cycle for a while, a cycle of like being stuck in a thought pattern. And the Nine of Swords being here with the King tells me that that has come to an end. It's the end of a cycle of overthinking here. So what's making you happy? You're about to get some sort of a victory here. You're about to get a lot of attention, people cheering you on, being out with friends, as I said. Just looking at the 3 cups on the counter here, that I feel like you're about to celebrate with some friends, get out and do some things in the sun here. That's Leo energy. We have the Devil energy. And we do have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you've gotten into this toxic place of feeling like people don't like you, like they don't want you around, or that there's always competition, and I'm tired of the competition. But look, I feel like you need to go at it with the 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups being the main energy that we're talking about here is wish fulfillment. It's happiness. It's drinks overflowing. It's a little bit of gluttony, I'm just going to say, but it is also just being happy, having fun. I feel like you need to get out of this Devil 5 of Wands energy, being obsessive about not moving forward because there's too much competition out there. Well, there's competition for everything. Get over yourself. Like, I feel like there's competition for everything. It feels like if you want to get out there, that you can do this 2 ways here. You can either be obsessively beating yourself up about whatever you don't have, the lack that you're feeling, because that's the Devil energy, the lack, the doubt. You can do it that way, or you can be obsessively happy and victorious and go out and have fun with people who give you attention. I mean, the Devil lends energy to both of these cards, right? So I feel like it's a decision that you have to make to change your mind. It's all in perspective. I feel like you need to find your perspective and go with it. And it feels like you're not so excited about change. And that's because you're an earth sign, right? That change is hard. And although you're a mutable sign, right, which is supposed to lend energy to being a little more flexible, we don't know what's in your moon and your rising, right? It could be fixed signs that you're dealing with in your moon and your rising as well. Got the 2 of Swords. It feels like this is a place where you've been stuck at. I'm not really all that excited about going out on this new path. That there's something here that you don't see. And I feel like you need to, you know, a strength card showing up doesn't tell us that you don't have fear. It tells us that you're willing to face fear with courage. You're willing to move forward. We do have the Ace of Cups. Oh, I understand. So in favor of the Ace of Cups rather than the Ace of Wands. So I feel like the fire and water here tells me temperance, balance, and I feel like you've come to a decision that you no longer are going to look for passion. You're now going to look for love. But I feel like you're scared of love. I feel like you have to have more courage to show your emotions than you do to show your fire. I feel like somebody here is used to stepping forward in fire. Maybe you have Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo energy in the rising. Maybe you're used to stepping forward in fire, but I feel like you have to find the courage to love. And I feel like the Two of Swords is telling me that there is something that you don't see, and that I think that is that, or maybe that you've blocked yourself from passion, or if not feeling as brave as you could be. We've got the Queen of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the Lovers. There's so much weird energy here. Virgo, I feel like the weird energy is, look, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to flirt with people, but I'm going to pull back my passion. No, I don't want to start in fire. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to look for people to flirt with and maybe get some feelings about, but I'm going to pull back because the Queen of Cups is in the reverse. I don't want to get depleted. It's like you're ready to go out there, but then you're like, no. The Two of Swords is here. No, maybe I shouldn't, but maybe I should, but maybe I shouldn't. And I think that that's why the Strength card is showing up, because it's like you can do whatever you want to do as long as you decide you want to do it, right? Courage doesn't come in place of fear. Courage comes because of fear. It's like you get to do it anyway, but you just have to find the courage to face it. And we have the Lion here facing the Two of Swords. And so it tells me that you've got to face this block, or you've got to face the fear of saying, like, I feel like you say no a lot to people when they ask you out. Look, we have the Lovers here, and I feel like your fear is that that this Queen of Swords is the one who's very honest, right? Honest and truthful, always wants to be in balance. They're not aggressive, they're very assertive. And I feel like the Lovers tells me that you have a very specific idea of the person that you want in your life. So you're really not entertaining anything else but a soulmate. And that's why the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. I'm not starting in fire. I'm looking for love. But I don't want to become depleted. I don't want someone to use me up, to use me for my empathy, to use me for whatever they want to use me for, and then just throw me aside. But I think that that's the King of Swords energy. That's the mindset you need to get out of, because I feel like the King of Swords is almost overshadowing this Wheel of Fortune. It's telling me that things are about to change in a very fortunate way for you here. In terms of your thought pattern, you're about to drop some burdens here, and it's time for you to stop feeling rejected. I want to, like, you're like, yeah, I'll go out on the new path, a clean slate, but I'm going to get rejected anyway. And I feel like that's the mindset that needs to change. I feel like you need to look forward to it. Maybe I'll walk into the room and maybe I'll find somebody I want to speak with. And maybe, you know, just because you talk with them, just because you hit it off, just because, you know, you're attracted to them, it doesn't mean you got to marry them. It can mean that you just leave that day and never see them again. But I feel like you need to find the middle ground, instead of it being light or dark, yes or no, stop or go. I feel like you need to play in the gray area just a little bit here. Yeah, you need to learn some sort of lesson here as it pertains to the Six of Pentacles, giving reciprocity without getting anything too serious. You can always give reciprocity and then walk away. You don't have to be, you don't have to date the first person that you lay your eyes on, right? You don't. So we have Gemini energy here. We have Strength, which is Leo energy. So I feel like you will meet someone in Leo season. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Capricorn energy here. We've got Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We've got Sagittarius energy. And we've got, again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You might even meet a soulmate, because we had the Queen and the King of Swords here. You might even meet someone who's like you, who overthinks the whole damn thing. But I feel like the Queen of Swords is the person who is a little more lenient, a little more, how can I say, their mind is a little more malleable. They're not as stuck in their energy as the King of Swords. So you might meet a soulmate who's gonna try and get you out of that energy of my way or the highway, or just thinking one way. All right, Libra. Tell me about Libra, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Libra. Tell me about Libra, please. Tell me about Libra. Libra, we have the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're about to have some sort of exciting, successful week ahead here. Tell me why the Queen of Wands is here. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got the Devil energy. And we have the Hierophant. So I feel this week is going to be full of excitement. I want to say full of excitement, full of passion. I feel like you're about to go get something that you want. The Ace of Cups is here, and with the Devil energy and the Hierophant, it feels to me like you really do want to have a person. It feels like you want a +1, you want to be committed, but I feel like you don't have a very good outlook on relationships, that this is what you want here. I feel like the Devil, though, I feel like this is what you want. You want a love commitment. That's what it looks like here. That you want to maybe start slow, climb those stairs, right? That's knowledge as well. And wisdom. But the Devil is here, lending a little bit of energy of doubt and fear. It's like you're scared of love. You're scared of commitment. Maybe you're scared of a Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is kind of, is somebody who's in the energy of doing what they want when they want to do it. This person doesn't really comply. This person is kind of a wild card. Maybe that's sort of the energy that you're into, though. I'm just going to say, because you're Libra, right? And you're very balanced and very logical, and you know, you're always sort of up in your head. But this person is running at life. They're very external. You're very internal, right, with how you think, and they're very external of how they are. Oh yes, could be. Sorry, I'm just listening to Charlie. This could be someone who's very opposite of you, because the opposite of Libra is Aries. And so it could be very opposite of you. This person might scare you, might bring fear because they're very different than you are. Tell me about this Queen of Wands, please. We have the Ten of Cups. I feel like you really have some deep feelings for this person here, or they make you very happy. Eight of Wands. There's great conversation that goes on here. I feel like you can talk to this person about anything. Sun, the moon, the stars, feelings. Like it feels like you can talk to them about anything. You have great conversation. And then we have the Queen of Cups. I think you're starting to fall for them. The Queen of Cups is the pretty deep energy of feeling emotionally connected to this person. But I still think that they fear you. You have a little bit of fear, like everything's going great, and that might be why you have the fear, right? And sometimes when things are going really good, sometimes we tend to think the opposite. I feel like this 9 wands, right? We've got 8 and 1 is 9 here, and the hand of the Queen has 1. I feel like somebody here is the wounded warrior. I think it might be you. You're a person who is just exhausted with being hurt over and over again. I feel like what's around the corner for you, like probably within the next week. And I'm saying that because the 8 and the 1 is 9, and I'm looking for the Ace of Wands to tell me that you can drop these burdens. And in my mind, the Ace of Wands is a week, right? Because wands are weeks for me. So I feel like this week that I feel like you might learn to sink into your feelings just a little bit more with this person, even though they scare the heck out of you. Because this Queen of Wands is somebody who will go rogue, right? This person will do what they want when they want to do it. And maybe the fact that you don't have control over this person, and I don't think you're controlling, that's not what I'm saying, but you can't really anticipate their next move. That makes you a little bit nervous, and you require balance in all things, right? We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles. And the Lovers. So it feels like somebody here thinks that this person is the soulmate. But I feel like you have your back to this. You have your back to this person. And I don't mean that you're standing in line in front of them. Like I feel like you have your back to this person only because these are two very different energies here. This one is the one who's going to make snap decisions, take a few risks, going to take a leap of faith. And the King of Pentacles is the one who's stable. The King of Pentacles is the one who's practical. I don't know if that's practical to do, right? This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is fire energy. So I feel like you're sort of looking at the situation that, you know what, this person is my friend right now, and I need to make a decision about whether or not I want to enter into some sort of a deeper connection with them or not. And I think that it scares you. Because this person really is an independent person. They're somebody, feminine or masculine, any of these court cards, right? Kings or queens, feminine or masculine. That I feel like this person is somebody who who likes to take risks, and you're a person who just likes to settle down, be solid, be grounded. I want to know what to expect. I want to be very practical, and I want to keep things on the level. Tell me more about this here. We have the King of Wands, we have the Two of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you know that this is a soulmate connection, right? We have the King and the Queen of Wands. There is a very big attraction here between you and somebody else. And I feel like you need to feel inspired to move forward and get out of this Two of Swords and Four of Pentacles energy. The Four of Pentacles tells me that you're not being very vulnerable with this person, and that you're you've got your eyes covered to the situation. I feel like you're waiting for inspiration. I feel like you're waiting to feel the inspiration, because this person on the Two of Swords, this is somebody who's got their eyes covered and they're kind of listening. They're listening, feeling, instead of looking at things with their eyes. So I feel like you are somebody who is kind of not being very vulnerable with this person. Tell me why you're scared. I don't know that you're really scared, but it makes you feel nervous for sure, because you can't really anticipate this person's move. I think that you do want to tell this person that they make you feel magical. I feel like you would like to move forward with this person with the Knight of Cups here. The World card tells me that's your accomplishment. That's what you would see as an accomplishment. If you can close this chapter of feeling scared or feeling afraid of the unknown because you don't know if balance is coming, I feel like you need to use these tools here in order to be able to get this commitment. So if it is a commitment that you want, I feel like you're going to have to try and find your way out of this devil energy, this doubt, this fear. Things aren't going to work. Things don't usually work out for me. It's like you're obsessively overthinking something here, and I think it's the Knight of Cups. Is this what I want? Or should I just end it and carry on? So I feel like you have a decision to make here, Libra. I feel like you have a decision to make this week about what you're going to do here. We do have Aries, Gemini energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Gemini. We have Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, and Taurus energy. I feel like you're going to have a hard time making a decision because the Five of Swords was on the bottom of the deck. Tell me about Scorpio. How are you, Scorpio? All right. Tell me what's going on for Scorpio this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio this week. Tell me about Scorpio this week. Okay, right, just right there, like that. Here we go, Scorpio. It's on like neck bones. Here we go. Two of Cups. Tell me why the Two of Cups is here. We've got the Ten of Wands. Got the Emperor. You know you're the one that's got to step forward, Scorpio. If any of this is going to go down, I feel like you have some big feels for somebody here, and it's weighing on you heavily. I feel like you're about to put down some burdens and step forward. I feel like I'm speaking to a Scorpio that is masculine leaning, possibly, but also masculine or feminine Emperor, right? We all have both energies. We have the Ace of Wands. I feel like you're really excited for some sort of a new path to open, but you're in charge. You're the person who's in charge, my friend. You got to step out. You got to step forward here. If you want it, you need to go get it. But I feel like this, like you have such big feelings for this person that it terrifies you a little bit. And the Nine of Wands is looking straight over at the Two of Cups, right? Do I really want it? Will I be a third party? There's three people here. 1, 2, 3. And you could actually be in the midst of a third party right now. Like, and I feel like it's in a case of, is this person do they already have someone in their life? Am I just going to hurt myself if I try and move forward here? But look, we have 10 wands here, right? We have 10 wands right here. I feel like you need to drop that burden and move forward here if you want it. And that's why you've been waiting. You're waiting because I feel like it's It's actually stuff from the past that's in your head that you've experienced. I feel like it's stuff from the past that's holding you back. You want the victory. You want to give this person a lot of attention, but you're scared you're going to get your heart broken. So it holds you back from communicating with this person because you think they're going to say no. Queen of Cups is in the reverse. You feel like they're not going to give you reciprocal energy. Tell me about the Two of Cups, please. What do we need to know about the Two of Cups for Scorpio? We have the Empress. That's why you're dealing with somebody who is your divine counterpart. Now, the thing is this, as I was saying, I kept saying, you're the one that has to step forward. If you're the masculine, you're the one that has to step forward, unless you are the Empress. The Empress does not chase. The Empress is not coming after the Emperor. So if you are in love with this person, Scorpio, and you really do want to have this new beginning with them, you're going to need to drop these burdens and step forward here. Otherwise, this person will never step forward. They won't. It's not what the Empress does. She doesn't need you. King of Cups. But this person really is very, very much in love with you. This person has big, tumultuous feelings for you. It's like this Empress has been holding back because they know the universal language. And the universal language is, if you want it, attract it. Don't go chasing it. Attract it. So the Empress is attracting deep, abiding love. She's attracting someone who's emotionally available, someone who's emotionally intelligent, someone who is strong and capable and protective, but she's not running out there to find it. But she is constantly telling the universe what she wants, and what she wants is you, Scorpio. That's you. That's Scorpio energy. Pisces and Cancer, because it's a general reading as well, but we've got Scorpio energy here. Got the Six of Cups. This person thinks you are the soulmate. Yeah, they do. I feel like it's hard for you to bring your feelings to the surface because Scorpio is here, right? Which tells me you're quite solid on the surface, right? You don't, it's like you, I feel like this showing up here tells me that you're attached to your emotions, that you are emotionally available, but it also tells me that you don't like to bring your feelings to the surface. This is Cancer energy. I also feel like you're very detached from emotions at this time. The Six of Cups tells me that this Empress feels like you are a person that they've either known forever, known from another life, or maybe you two do know each other. Take it as it resonates. Maybe you've known each other for years and years. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Strength card. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're holding back here because you feel like you're going to get your heart broken. You feel like, what if this person is already in a relationship and I show up and they're telling me no because they're already in a relationship? The Strength card tells me that you need to go for it anyway. That the Strength card is not about, it's not about not being full of fear or anxiety. It's about having the courage to move forward through it anyway. And I feel like the reason that you're holding back or taking your time or moving really slow, going over the details, is because you think you're going to be turned down. Because the worst thing about being a fixed sign is tripping over your own rules. It's like you're very rule bound and you make these rules, right? And I feel like it's hard to move forward because you're like, well, if I'm just going to get my heart broken, maybe I just won't bother. We have the Ten of Swords. What if it ends before it begins? I feel like you need to stop moving so slow. Queen of Wands, it's time to move forward here. It's time to take a step forward. It's time, this is the energy. The Queen of Wands is the person who's going to get what they want. Independent. The person who does what they want, goes on their own path. Tell me what the Emperor is going to do here, please. Seven of Swords. Queen of Cups in the reverse. King of Wands. I'm not going to tell my person about this, my feelings, until I'm ready. Don't tell me to do it, Elsie. I'll do it when I'm ready. There's never been more of a Scorpio thing I've ever felt. Don't tell me what you think you know about me, Elsie. I'm going to do it when I want it. So Seven of Swords tells me what you're concealing is maybe that you are not necessarily feeling I feel like you're feeling a little bit depleted emotionally right now. That's what it feels like. And the King of Wands doesn't ever do anything without inspiration. So I feel like the reason that you've got your back to the Two of Cups is that you're not necessarily feeling inspired. You might be feeling depleted at this time, and that's why you're keeping everything under the covers here. Seven of Swords tells me that you're keeping it under wraps here. The outcome is the Six of Wands. So I feel like you are going to move. This is movement forward here. Got the World card and the Eight of Wands. There it is. You're going to close this door of feeling depleted. Once you feel like you can do it, I feel like you will. I feel like you'll reach out to this person and you'll communicate. But first you've got to close the door on feeling like it's not going to work out. Because the Six of Wands is about victory after the fight. You are going to get victory, but I feel like the fight is with you. I feel like you have to fight yourself. Seven Wands here tells me that it is, the Seven Wands is standing your ground, holding your position until you feel well enough, until the Queen of Cups is in the upright, until you feel empathic and psychic and compassionate and loving. And that's when you will breach the surface here, but not until then. All right. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, Virgo energy here. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, and Taurus. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, and more Cancer. Right now, you're shut off and shut down, my friend. The Four of Pentacles shows itself. Right now, you're just, you're not making any moves forward because you're not really sure what it is that you want. You need to decide that first before you make any big moves, right? All right. Sagittarius, here we go, my fire family. Tell me what's going on with Sag, please, this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius this week, please. Sneak peek for this week for Sag. Next 7 days. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Why is that? We've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Page of Wands. And the Star. You've come to a decision. That's what it looks like here. You've come to a decision. And the decision is this, is I need to meet people that are not going to take advantage of me. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that you don't have a problem attracting people. Like I feel like with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands, that you don't have a problem attracting people, Sagittarius. But I also feel like the people that you attract are immature. Yeah. It feels like these people are immature. All they want to do is they want to start and fire, and it is immature. Look, when you're just someone who's out there to hit it and quit it, it's immaturity. You don't have the maturity that you need to realize that that's not what life is about. And we all go through this period. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't. Everybody goes through this period where they have to have their own realizations that, that maybe the hit it and quit it situation isn't the thing that is going to make me feel the most hopeful, the most healed. So I feel like you have this hope that you can heal this falling for fire. And I don't feel like I feel like you love fire, you are fire, but I feel like you just don't want to fall for the immature fire anymore. Like the Page of Wands, right? And because you don't ever get any reciprocity out of this. It's just hit it, quit it, I'm out of here. And so it starts in fire, you make this decision to get into it, and then you end up just having to heal yourself later because you don't get the reciprocity that you want. And it's because you decided that you wanted to engage in just the fire. And the person's like, okay, I'm in for that. I'm in for the fire. But I feel like you end up getting breadcrumbed. You don't end up getting any reciprocity. That, this person doesn't take you out into public, into the pentacle world and take you out places. I feel like it's just sort of under the covers type fun. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Hanged Man energy. And we have the Sun. You're having realizations here. I think your realization is this: no more friends with benefits. That's what it looks like here with the Three of Pentacles. To me, that is the friendship card. It's friends, friend of a friend. It's also somebody who is out in the community. It feels like this is somebody who starts out with being on your side, and then it feels like it moves into a friends with benefits thing, and then you just end up not being happy. It doesn't make you happy at all. The sun is here with the Hanged Man energy. You're having realizations. You're getting different perspectives and realizations and breakthroughs about what it is that you want. What you want is the Three of Pentacles. You want to start in a friendship. I want to meet you. Let's go out places. Let's do things. Let's get to know each other. Let's get on each other's team. Find out what we want. 6 and 3 is 9. Let's get confident in where we are in this relationship. And I feel like it's a realization of what you really want, because I don't feel like you've been getting much reciprocity in the things that you want. But I think that you thought if you start it in fire, then it's got to go somewhere from there. And 9 times out of 10, it really doesn't. Tell me more. Got the Wheel of Fortune. You're changing your mind, my friend. You've had this breakthrough, which is bringing really big changes here. Star is Aquarius. That's up in the mind. I'm always thinking about it over and over. I got to heal the mind, heal the mind. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that you're ready to change your mind about how you're going to proceed in the Pentacle world. And I think you're starting with the Three of Pentacles. I want a partnership. Get on my team. Take me out places, even if we go Dutch, I don't care, I'll pay for my own. Just take me out, let's get to know each other. Let's figure out if we can support each other in any way. 2 of Cups, look at that. Wheel of Fortune and the 2 of Cups, my friend. And then the 7 of Swords, you don't see it coming. The 7 of Swords is telling me what's being concealed from you is the 2 of Cups is here. And the Wheel of Fortune tells me that when you change your mind, you change your life. You change the trajectory of your life. That there's things coming up that are being concealed from you because the universe wants you to make the decision about what path you're going on. Look, whether you make a decision to go down that path or this path, the 2 of Wands, whether you go down this path or that path is up to you. Whether you deem one as better than the other, that's in your mind. That's up in your head. That's not in anyone else's head. But no matter if you go on this path or that path, each one of them has their own individual lessons. So either way, you're learning the lessons, and the universe isn't going to reveal those lessons to you until you pick a path. And so the lessons end up being what you get no matter what path you take. It's not like there's going to be one path that's better than the other. They're both going to have lessons on them. So I feel like that there is some sort of a decision in love that's being concealed from you. But the Wheel of Fortune tells me that when you decide to change your mind and you have this breakthrough, things change for you. Tell me what's hiding in the 7 of Swords. Look at that. Ace of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. No more being on the outside looking in here. The Tower, realization. It's a realization that you are the one who's kept yourself on the outside looking in, Sagittarius. It's because of your decisions. So we can decide what we want, but we can always do what we always did. We'll always get what we always got, right? But if we decide differently, it changes the game. Change. And so I feel like the universe is waiting for you to realize that you are the one who's had yourself on the outside looking in. And once you make the decision about love, how you want to change the way you look at relationships and start in friendship instead of in fire, I feel like you change the game for yourself. You change your vibration, you change your life. That's the way it works. We've got the 3 of Wands. There you are waiting. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Hermit energy. So you're learning from the High Priestess, which is the intuition, the inner self, right? You're learning. I feel like the Hermit is the one who's gaining wisdom while we're waiting. So I feel like it's the time that you spend alone by yourself, with your intuition, the time you spend journaling, the time you spend walking alone. I feel like if you're a person who's been by yourself for a really long time, that this is why you were supposed to be. I feel like you were supposed to be waiting until your intuition gave you enough wisdom that you could move forward and change your mind. I love it. You might be somebody who's feeling a little bit lonely and sad at this time, right? But it is going to change to the 9 of Cups, because 5 and 4 is 9. But it's once you learn the lesson. That's who the Hierophant is, the teacher. Once you learn the lesson, my friend, then you're going to be able to move forward. And I feel it's going to take a change of mind for you. We've got Virgo energy. We've got Piscean energy. We've got Scorpio. We do have Jupiter energy, which is Sagittarius energy. We've got Aquarius energy as well. Scorpio. All right, all right. Tell me about Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn this week? Next 7 days for Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn. Capricorn, we have the Hierophant. Tell me why the Hierophant is here. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. We do have the Six of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. And we do have the Seven of Cups. Capricorn, I feel like for some of you that you have had some sort of an epiphany. It feels like you've had an epiphany and you're walking away from something. Either the epiphany has brought movement, or the epiphany has brought the reveal of some sort of lie that was under the surface. You're learning the truth about something here. The Page of Swords, right? It's like you receive some sort of new communication, or you receive some sort of communication that confuses you. The Six of Swords is here. 6 and 1 is 7. It almost feels like something's going to be revealed to you that's going to make you feel really overwhelmed emotionally. The Hierophant tells me that this is a lesson. It's a lesson that I feel like you knew was coming, because the Hierophant is also about the higher self. It's also about paying attention to the path and doing the right thing. I feel like there is something here that's... Well, first of all, let's talk about the Hierophant. Let's talk about the Hierophant, please. We've got the Five of Swords. Yeah, it does feel like it's something that you already knew, but you've been fighting yourself like, no, that's not the way it's going to go. It's like the higher self was telling you, look at this. Pay more attention to this. Go and look to see what they're doing. Who are they with? Like, that's what it feels like here. And you're like, no, it can't be that. Five of Swords. The Fool. And we have the Four of Swords. 9 swords. You're stuck in a cycle. It feels like somebody here has just taken a leap of faith on some sort of a commitment. And now that you've taken a leap of faith in the commitment, you're starting to, it's like somebody's telling you something. It's like there's something here you can't trust. 7 swords. There's something here you can't trust. And this commitment could be marriage. This commitment doesn't have to be marriage. It could be moving in together. It could be we've decided to not see anybody else, just each other. That could be the commitment as well. But it feels like you've taken a leap of faith into some sort of a commitment here, and now the 9 of Swords are present. It feels like the 4 of Swords tells me that you felt like that you were healed enough to be able to take this leap. But the 5 of Swords tells me that there's something here that is going to come to the surface that you aren't aware of here. Tell me about the 7 of Swords. What's under the surface, please? We have the Lovers, we have the 10 of Cups, and we have the Emperor. But why is it confusing and overwhelming? You are taking a leap of faith with somebody here because this is an Emperor. They could be someone who owns a business. They could be someone who owns a business. They could be someone who is in charge, a person who feels like they're in charge. This person could have said, look, you're my person, and that's it. And so you decided to move forward. Look, it's making you happy, and the Lovers is here. So I want to say what is under the surface, what you don't see is that this person is somebody who wants to take it into the end zone. This person wants to go in for the touchdown. They want the whole thing. So I feel like if you're taking a leap of faith with somebody here, and you're feeling like I was feeling for you, like you were, I don't know, like, should I take a leap of faith here? I don't really trust this person, and I'm confused about the situation. I feel like this person is an Emperor, and I do feel like they are bringing the 10 of Cups and the Lovers with them. I do feel like that you're worried because of past energies that this is just going to happen again. Like things aren't going to work out. It's just going to happen again. The Three of Wands is here, which tells me that what the ships that are coming in is the Emperor, the Ten of Cups, and the Lovers. Like it feels like it's legit, but I feel like you're scared or overwhelmed here. Tell me more. Two of Pentacles, making a decision. The King of Pentacles, making a grounded decision. And the Tower shows up. A realization that this person really does want to settle down with you. But it feels like the Two of Pentacles is telling me that you're unsure still. Yeah, the Two of Cups is in the reverse. The Three of Cups is here. This is a celebration, but I feel like you're sort of, you're going to have some sort of a realization. Like this person's going to make it very clear to you what is going on here. And I feel like you're going to be surprised or shocked at the realization that this person wants to see you to the exclusion of everyone else. They just want to pair off with you. Yeah. They want to take time. I feel like they want to take time, the Hierophant. They want to take time to see if this is going to turn into love. Right now we're having a lot of fun, but is it going to turn into love? The Two of Cups is in the reverse. I feel like you're worried that this is, it's like it's going to be a breakup or a fallout. You're going on past energies. You're going on what happened in the past. And as long as you continue to drag the past into the present, it's going to crash and burn every relationship that you're in. I feel like you got to find a way to trust this person. I feel like they are somebody who is a healed emperor, somebody who is really ready to take care of you, to give you whatever it is that you need to. This person is very responsible, and you know, this person is someone who is battle ready. They'll fight your battles for you. They'll always have your back. This person is somebody who's also a conqueror, though, and that might make you nervous. They might be someone who says, you know, I've got the best ideas, my way or the highway kind of energy. Tell me what's going to happen with Capricorn. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, got the Ten of Pentacles, and the Star. I think you're going to wait it out. You're going to be really sure that this is what you want. The Star is here. You're going to make sure that this person is everything that they say that they are. And then you're going to get into some sort of a long-term relationship, but you're going to wait. You're going to wait and you're going to work on it. And I feel like it's almost like a case of this is too good to be true. And I feel like this person who's coming next is someone who is too good to be true. That's what it feels like here. This Emperor here. This is someone who makes it feel like it's too good to be true. The Five of Pentacles is here. It's because you've been shoved to the outside looking in. You've been, people disconnect from you, or the last relationships you had just didn't make you feel very good. Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, that you've had soulmate energies who have pushed you to the outside looking in. And so you do want things to move forward here, but I feel like you need to have courage in order to do it. You might meet this person around the new moon, possibly. That's Leo energy. All right. We've got the Emperor, who is Aries. We've got Scorpio energy here. We've got Aquarius. We've got Aries energy. We've got Cancer, Pisces as well. We've got Gemini and Taurus energy here. All right. Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. What's coming up this week for Aquarius? Tell me what's coming up for Aquarius this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. We do have the Knight of Wands. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you're really busy working on your happiness here, Aquarius. I feel like you are impatient, I want to say. You're impatient about the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands and the Nine of Cups. And I feel as though You feel disconnected from happiness, from home. I feel like you want passion, you want desire, but I feel like as I'm looking at this Seven of Pentacles here, I do see 5 pentacles in the tree. Somebody's getting away with something here. They're taking a pentacle and going. There's a pentacle on the ground here that can be planted again. But it feels like you're a person who works really hard on your relationships, I want to say. You're really willing to put in a lot of effort. But it feels like when you get into a relationship, you give it all. Like I feel like you give the desire, you make the beautiful home, that you're, you know, you're a great cook, you're a person who has people at your house that you water and feed them, there's celebrations around. But I want to say that that it's like most times you'll get into a situation where someone doesn't really give as much as you do. They actually take more than they give, and they leave you on the outside looking in. That they just end up taking what they want and they go. And it might be because of the impatience of this. Because when we're impatient and we have a need for something, we're going to make a different decision than if we want something. When we want something, we don't need it. And we'll treat those things very differently. It's like someone who doesn't really have a whole lot of money and is engaged in a lot of, you know, sometimes if you're living on very little, that you'll engage in instant gratification because you have very few opportunities to buy things, get things, food, games, going out, having fun, whatever it is. You have very few opportunities to have fun. And so I feel like maybe sometimes you engage in this instant gratification. I feel like that's what the Knight of Wands is telling me, that you're impatient, so you engage in instant gratification, and then it doesn't work out for you because you're the one who gives and gives and gives, and then somebody else is just taking what they want and they leave. But the Moon energy, we've got the 10 of Cups, and we have the Lovers here. Yes, and so I feel like with this Knight of Wands energy, that things aren't as they seem because you're like, oh, there's somebody who really likes me, is paying attention to me. And I feel like you're the person who goes into automatic relationship mode because you are interested in the person that you are with. Yes, this must be my soulmate. Look, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it. They just assume that every single person they meet is a soulmate until it crashes and burns. And then they're like, well, that wasn't my soulmate. And I feel like it's like you need to do some preemptive stuff. And the preemptive stuff is we need to get more into our pentacles than we are in the fire. And although you might want the instant gratification because maybe you've been alone for a while, I feel like you need to realize that not everybody that shows up is the 10 of Cups and the Lovers, right? The Moon energy is here. Things are not as they seem, but I think that they seem that way to you whenever you meet somebody because maybe you're starved for attention or starved for love, or relationships don't work out for you. Instant gratification, it's like the chicken and the egg thing, right? Which one comes first? Is it the fact that you allow it because of the instant gratification, because you're starved for it? We've got the 6 of Pentacles, we've got the 9 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. Yeah, you need to be more choosy. The 5 of Swords is you really need to put them through, you really need to grill them, right? You need to test them. And that's why we're supposed to date before we get into anything serious, because you're supposed to test them, test their boundaries, test their battles. How are they in disagreement and conflict, right? Are they someone who is really confident? Are they very giving and kind and loving? Are they somebody who is very solid and grounded? Are they someone who's a hard worker? Like it's not just about the fire, right? It's not just about the fire. It's about, do they give reciprocity? Are they there when I can count on them? Or when I need them, is it just crickets? Do they just not come around even though they know that I need them? These are all things that are preliminary. We need to figure out these things before we get into the 4 of Wands and the 9 of Cups, right? Before we start, throwing, emotion, a lot of emotion at them, or inviting them into our home, or there's a lot of things that need to be figured out first. We've got the Fool, we've got the Judgment card, and we've got the 3 of Wands. So it tells me that you're being called to make some sort of a decision, to wait, to wait before you fly. It's good to make the decisions, because this person has their hand on the wand, right? They have their hand on the wand. But I feel like you're supposed to wait on the shoreline. It feels like you're supposed to wait a little bit longer. Wait for it to come to you. Wait for the call. Wait for the communication. It's a really big decision to make, to wait, because I know that the Fool is here. But the way to get the new chapter, the clean slate, is to answer the call from the universe and make a decision to wait. Because all of this is precious stuff, right? It's stuff that you should offer just the one person who is your person, and not everybody's your person. And we can't go rushing into the passion to find out if that person is our person. We have the Hermit energy, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, telling me it's time for you to wait and get some wisdom. Get to know the person. Figure out where is their hot button. What does it take to get them angry? Look, you could know somebody for a whole year. You take them to a restaurant. If that person is rude to the waiter or the waitress, are you really even going to tolerate that? You know who somebody is when they treat someone who they feel is below them in a worse fashion than they treat you. Like the Five of Swords is so very important when it comes to relationships. Is this person just going to bail in hard times? Because we got people who feel like they've been overtaken. Like if you come to a place where you have a different opinion than them, are they just going to throw down the swords and run? Or are they going to win at any cost? Are they going to make you feel terrible in order to be able to be with them? That they might have this whole energy of you got to be what I want you to be, otherwise you can't be around me. It's really important to figure those things out. So I feel like with the Page of Swords and the Star here, it's telling me that you really need to be choosy. You need to do your homework. You really need to figure out who the person is before you think that they are your deep soul connector, before you think that they are your wish fulfillment. The Magician is here, which tells me that you are manifesting, but I feel like you need to be far more choosy, very careful. You need to be very alert and observant about how people treat you. And then if you have to walk away, you have to walk away. There's no reason why you got to stay with somebody that you're not interested in, or someone who treats other people badly. So I feel like you're being told here to wait. That to wait until you have enough wisdom to know whether this person really is the Two of Cups or not, because they could be someone who is the Knight of Wands. But you know what? The Knight of Wands has a season as well. Not everybody stays in the Knight of Wands energy forever. Sometimes people need to learn lessons to get out of the Knight of Wands energy. We've got Aquarius energy, Gemini, and Aries. We do have Virgo energy here, more Gemini. We have more Virgo energy. We have Pisces and Cancer, Virgo and Pisces. We do have the Fool, which is Aries. Yeah. All right. All right, Pisces. Tell me what is going on with Pisces, please, this week. Sneak peek for this week for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces for this week. The next 7 days for Pisces. Ooh, the Nine of Cups. Looks like it's going to be a happy week. Oh, look, you're about to get communication. I feel like somebody is going to communicate with you. That is your wish fulfillment. You've been hoping and wishing to hear from this person. I feel like this is the person you're going to hear from this week. They could be a water sign or a fire sign. You've waited forever. For some of you, a year or more. You've waited a very long time. This person has taken their time. They've been patient. I feel like they're not willing to be patient anymore. I feel like they can't hold back anymore. They can't hold back as the Four of Pentacles shows up. Somebody's been holding on to you, and you've got them out in the cold here. So there's been no communication between you and this person. I feel like you're going to be shocked. I won't be surprised if we see the Tower. You're going to be shocked to hear from this person. I feel like you're going to get some sort of a text. It feels like this is the week. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Seven of Cups. Interesting energies here. This is somebody that I feel that you have been waiting for. And I don't think you've been waiting for them like by the window or anything, but I feel like you in your mind, in the back of your mind, you're like, wouldn't it be a miracle if this person would just call me and tell me, look, I know you're my soulmate. Can we just get together? Let's talk about it. I feel like for some of you, maybe even one of you, somebody is going to get that communication. The Seven of Cups is here. This person is unsure about whether or not you are a soulmate, but they do have feelings for you. I feel like this person has been feeling really sad not being connected to you. And I feel like with the 10 Pentacles here, that this person may show up and they may already be in a relationship for some of you. I think you're gonna give them open arms. I think you're gonna say, come on in, let's talk. For others of you, it feels like this is your thought pattern. It feels like your wish fulfillment, or what you've been manifesting, is that this soulmate, that I think you know who I'm talking about, that this soulmate that you've been sad about, that comes in and asks you for some sort of a long-term thing. I think it's arriving. I just think it's taking its time, because there's been no communication here. And I feel like somebody here has to make a decision to communicate. And that's the hard part, because I feel like you two have not spoken in years. It feels like 5, 10 years for some of you. It feels like you haven't spoken to this person. And some of you are going to hear from them. And you still feel like they are your soulmate, but you are also in the Seven of Cups energy. You're like, do I really need this anymore? It's almost as if you've decided you don't need it anymore, and so the universe is bringing it to you. When you no longer have a need, that's when your manifestation comes in. It is a romantic connection. We have the High Priestess. You knew it was arriving. And we have the Six of Pentacles. I feel like this person is somebody who's going to give you reciprocal romantic energy. If you want it, it's going to be yours. I feel like the High Priestess is telling me that you already knew that this was coming. This reciprocal energy in the emotions here is something that you knew was eventually going to happen. I just don't think that you thought it would be right now. Look at that, the World card. This is an accomplishment. Something is ending so something can begin. What's beginning? Conversation. We're finally going to talk about it. I feel like there's going to be a really great conversation. And this is a brand new cycle that's opening for you here. That the old chapter is closing. So the old chapter of being silent, not saying anything to each other, holding back, being slow, overthinking it, going over details. Too many details can trip you up and make you just slow, right? And I feel like there is somebody here who I feel is maybe a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Leo. Somebody here who's been fixed in their energy, holding back, not knowing what to say. What's this person going to say? Magician, the Empress, and the Page of Pentacles. This person wants to meet you face to face. They're essentially just texting you as a preliminary. I feel like this person has been manifesting you, and I feel like they're going to ask if you will meet them out somewhere so they can speak with you. Tell me, what is the outcome here? What's the outcome for Pisces with this person? King of Cups. Ooh, Strength. Queen of Wands. Wow. I feel like we are dealing with someone who was shut off from their feelings and now is feeling it all. This person feels very deeply about you, Pisces. And I think they're very attracted to you. But I think it's taken them a very long time, the Knight of Pentacles, maybe even years, to come up with the courage to be able to face you. Because I feel like it's almost like you're so good looking, feminine or masculine, that it's intimidating. And so this person, I feel, is coming all sort of bossed up in their King of Cups energy here. I think this person just wants you to see how much they feel about you right off the bat. I feel like they're coming in kind of aggressively. I'm just going to be honest. The Emperor, there it is. So this person is coming in here. They are no longer stuck in a cycle and they're looking for a commitment. This person has learned a lesson. They finally got out of some sort of a long-term cycle they've been stuck in their mind about you. And they're finally deciding that they've either learned the lesson or they want the commitment. Excuse me. So I just feel like this person is quite attracted to you. They've been very sad since they've been away from you. They've been holding their ground. Why is that? Holding their ground. I feel like this person has been building themselves, building a business, becoming, I feel like they've been building themselves up, working on themselves, becoming confident, becoming a business owner. I feel like this person has been lost in the pentacle world, I want to say. And before they knew it, they looked up and a lot of time had passed. Maybe even 5 or 6 years, 9 years maybe. But it feels like somebody is coming in. You are going to get some sort of communication. It is your emperor that's coming to get the empress. And this person feels like you're magic. Yeah. Got the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's coming in to invest in you, my friend. They know that you're a soulmate. They got the King and the Queen of Wands here. I feel like you're going to be very attracted to them as well. I think that you know this person, and you've been waiting on them. You've been waiting on this person, and I feel like this person is somebody who has changed. The Emperor is brand new to you. I feel like you two don't even know each other anymore. I feel like the Emperor is brand new to being an Emperor, and you're brand new to being an Empress, and I feel like everything is about to change between you and this person. You've been waiting a really long time for them to invest, and here they come. That's what it feels like. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Aries, Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces. More Leo energy. Libra and Taurus. Just going to leave that right there. Thank you, Pisces, for coming here and watching. And if you're any other sign, you made it up to here. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys, and I'm out for now. Bye-bye.